Very good evening to all of you. Hello, good evening. Warm welcome everyone. Hi, this is Vaishali Kamdar. Hello, hello everyone. Hi, this is Vaishali Kamdar from Spark Academy. Please, can I have some quick comments, please? If I am audible clearly or not? Are you able to hear my voice clearly? Hello everyone, this is Vaishali Kamdar from Spark Academy and our today's topic it is mineral nutrition. Mineral nutrition in plants. Before jumping into the direct into the topic, I would request all of you that you can follow us on these many links: sparkacademyonline.com, Instagram, Telegram, Facebook, Spark Academy Online. You can follow us on any of these links and you will be having all the updates about the live classes which are going on. Even you can follow us, you can subscribe the channel Spark Academy on YouTube, and then you'll be having, you can press the bell icon and you'll be getting all the notification of all the classes which are going on, which will be going on YouTube for the free of cost. What are you waiting for? Join any of this link. And our today's topic it is mineral nutrition, and it is there in the most important main unit of the first year, that is plant physiology. Plant physiology mostly it gives you 9 to 10 questions, so around 40 marks from the plant physiology. Among this 40 marks, this nutrition. See, these are 5 chapters of plant physiology. Transport in plant, mineral nutrition, photosynthesis in higher plants, respiration in plants, plant growth and development. We have already discussed about the transport in plant. So you can check my video on transport in plants. So from that video, from this 1 hour discussion, I am sure that you will be getting all these 2 questions for sure. You can secure your marks of this chapter. So from transport, around 2 to 3 questions, or sometimes 1 to 2 questions are asked. And mineral nutrition also same weightage, 1 to 2 questions are asked from the mineral nutrition. So that's the small topic, you can say small topic of the plant physiology, and very easy topic that we are going to discuss today. So if those friends, any of your friends who has not joined the class and they are not here right now with me live on YouTube, so they can join the class. Ask them to join the class. Ma'am will be solving all your problems, all your doubts related to mineral nutrition. So after discussion, after I'm sure that remaining 55 minutes, if you stay with me, then all your doubts of the mineral nutrition will be clear. So contact your friends, those who have not joined, and ask them to join the class right now. Okay. So or you can do one thing. Meanwhile, you are contacting. Meanwhile, I'll tell you that you can download the app, that is Spark Academy app, from your app store, from your Play Store. So after downloading this app, you just need to focus on this logo of Spark Academy. This is our logo. So then you can download the app and you'll be having great discount. You'll be getting great discount on our courses. So too many courses are going on, long term, short term, crash course, all the courses you'll be having idea after downloading the app. Then you will be having free handwritten notes, free study materials, free previous year question papers, questions, and free mock test available on this app. So now mineral nutrition. So mineral nutrition, why it is mineral nutrition? Because actually soil is the reservoir, soil is main reservoir of all these things, all this nutrition to the plants. Soil will provide the main reservoir, it provides the main, uh, you can say substrate for the growth of the plant, proper growth of the plant. So majority of the nutrients are essential for the growth and development of plants become available to the root. How they will be available to the root? By weathering and breakdown of the rocks. See, certain primary type of organism, primary type of you can say plants, they will be grown on the rocks. They colonize the rock and then they will break down these rocks and finally these rocks will be converted into soil. So this is how soil will be the main reservoir for the growth of the plant. So these processes enrich the soil with the dissolved ions and inorganic salts. So since they are derived from the rock minerals, so their role is important in the plant nutrition. It is referred to as mineral nutrition. So how you will get idea, see what is the technique used here, that you will get idea a particular substance, it is a substance, it is essential or not essential for the growth of plant. Okay, so you need to develop certain techniques. See, soil is the reservoir, but you can't say, okay, you can consider what is the chemical composition of the soil of particular area, or it may be changed because of the growth of certain type of microorganisms in it, maybe the because of the weathering process also, constituent may change. So what you need to do here, you need to develop a technique that is called hydroponics technique. Hydroponics technique. So hydroponic is the technique in which you are growing the plant in a soil free culture. So it's a soil free culture, in nutrient solution you need to grow the plant. See, this is the solution. One second. You can see here this beaker is containing this nutrient solution. What will be there in this nutrient solution? Nutrient solution will include pure water. Pure water does not mean mineral water. Pure water means H2O, pure distilled water. So H2O plus added minerals. Plus added minerals in it in certain in proper condition. Okay, so plus nutrient salts, you can say certain type of salts. So whatever salt you want to check, whatever nutrient you want to check, whichever element you want to check, you can add here, or you can remove that from the nutrient solution and then you can check the deficiency. Or you in presence, what happens, you can check like vice versa here. Keep on adding the, you can keep on adding the different types of the salts of different elements in this nutrient solution, so that you can get idea whether it is important for the growth and development of plant or not. So this is how you can develop hydroponic condition, in which in a beaker, I mean in certain type of container with nutrient solution, you are growing plant without any soil. Here you need to add one aerating tube. Aeration should be given, provided enough aeration should be provided to the root system. So perforated, you can see this is perforated aerating tube, and you can add fresh nutrient solution, fresh water from the this funnel. Water will be used up by the roots and plant system, and in transpiration it may be lost. So you need to add water continuously at regular interval in the nutrient solution. So this is what hydroponic condition is. So nowadays this hydroponic technique is used to culture too many vegetables. I mean, for commercial use, also certain type of vegetables are grown in hydroponic condition. Vegetables such as seedless cucumber, lettuce, tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, all of these are grown in this hydroponic condition for the commercial production. Okay. So now what are the criteria for essentiality? These are few criteria for essentiality. See, a certain element could be essential or it can be non-essential. See, in our case, if you think about the non-essential vitamins, then this vitamins may be those vitamins that they can be synthesized in our body. Essential, it should be provided in form of food. Others which we can synthesis, they are non-essential. So like here also in case of plants, there are some criteria for essentiality of a particular element. So element must be necessary for the supporting growth and reproduction. Any element, any particular element, it should be directly or it must be necessary for the supporting growth and reproduction for other extra additional characteristics. I mean, if it is responsible for additional characteristics and not involved in the growth and reproduction, then it is not said to be essential. I hope you are getting this point. So then second criteria for essentiality, it can't be replaced. Replacement should not be there. So it can't be replaced by another element. It could not be, or you can't replace this element with another element. For example, you can't replace hydrogen by nitrogen in case of growth and reproduction. Hydrogen is necessary. So hydrogen is provided in form of H2O. So instead of H2O, if you are giving N2O, then it will work or not? No, it will not work. Nitrogen, in addition to that hydrogen, plant requires nitrogen, but hydrogen is must. It is there. It should be there. So it is essential for the growth of the plant. So you can't replace hydrogen with any other molybdenum or lead or any other type of elements. So it should not be or it can't be replaceable. Then third criteria, it must be directly involved in the metabolism, not indirect involvement. Directly it should involve in the metabolism of any of the metabolic activity of the plant. For example, CO2 plus H2O in presence of light, chlorophyll, it will form C6H12O6. This is reaction of photosynthesis plus oxygen plus water. So in this carbon dioxide, carbon, oxygen and hydrogen, three elements are directly involved. You can say that these three are directly involved in photosynthesis. So you cannot replace this direct involved element with any other, and they are directly involved in this metabolic activity. So that's why these are the elements which are essential for the growth and reproduction for completion of the life cycle of the plant. Plant could not complete its life cycle without these essential elements. So you need to provide these essential elements in form of nutrition, from the soil, from environment, from outside, that means. Okay. Now, based on the quantitative requirements, that means whether the plant required it in large quantity or in less quantity. There are two types of these nutrients, macronutrients and micronutrients. There are 17 essential elements are known till now. So among these, few of them are macronutrients and few of them are micronutrients. Macronutrient, that means mm, they are required by the plant in large quantity, more than 10 millimole per kilogram of the dry matter of the plant. If they require more than 10 millimole, then they are said to be macronutrient. If they require less than 10 millimole, then they are said to be micronutrient. I hope there is no doubt in this question, this point. So next, we will discuss about the nutrients, role of these nutrients. First it is about nitrogen. One second, let me change the color of the pen. First it is nitrogen. So plant absorb nitrogen in form of nitrate. Mostly it is in form of nitrate or nitrite, sometimes ammonium. So this ammonium, sometimes it is converted to nitrate and nitrite. So plant can absorb mostly in form of these nitrate. So it is negatively charged ion, and soil particles are also negatively charged, so that they cannot adhere or fix, or you can say they are not attracted towards the soil particles and easily absorbed by the root cells. So role of nitrogen important in the growth and metabolism and heredity and reproduction. Nitrogen is one of the most important constituent of the protein and nucleic acid. You can say amino acids contain one amino group contains nitrogen. So present in the porphyrins of the chlorophyll, porphyrin rings of the chlorophyll and cytochromes, and thus active role in the photosynthesis and respiration. Nitrogen parts of the vitamins and coenzymes, NAD and NADP and alkaloids, parts of the vitamins as a coenzyme, constituent of the plant hormone. Nitrogen is there, that is like indole acetic acid. It absorbs from the soil as nitrate, nitrite, and ammonium. Some plants can do nitrogen fixation from air by with the symbiotic relationship with rhizobia and azotobacter. Then sulfur. So sulfur, it is absorbed in form of sulfate ion mostly. So it is a part of a certain type of sulfur containing amino acids, which are 3 sulfur containing amino acids: cysteine, cysteine, methionine. These are amino acids which contains the sulfur. Vitamins like biotin and thiamine and CoA in respiration also contain sulfur. Disulfide linkage for the protein orientation also contains sulfur. Sulfhydryl group are for active site of the enzymes, role in the oil synthesis, chlorophyll, chlorophyll synthesis, and part of ferredoxin. Root nodule formation. In the nodule formation also sulfate is required. Next, phosphorus. So phosphorus, it is mostly absorbed in form of phosphate ion, so H2PO4 or HPO4. Very important in energy forming compound, energy yielding compound, mostly in ATP formation, nucleotide formations, so in oxidation and reduction reactions, fat metabolism, important for the endogonic or exogonic reactions. And calcium, it is important mechanical strength because calcium is a constituent of the middle lamella. Calcium pectate, it is there in middle lamina of the cell membrane or cell wall. So permeability of the biomembrane maintained by the calcium. So structural component, it is structural component of membrane, you can say stability of chromosome structure, and in the spindle formation, calcium ion are involved. The spindle formation, calcium ion are involved. Detoxification of sodium and potassium and have role in the conversion of oxalic acid to calcium oxalate. So activator of enzyme and phospholipids. Phospholipase are gene, ATPase and amylase essential for the growth of apical meristem. Then next it is molybdenum. So role as a prosthetic group of nitrate reductase and nitrite reductase in nitrogen metabolism. Tannin synthesis for that molybdenum is required. The next most important ion, that is element, that is potassium, which requires as for the recent involvement, or you can say recent research. Potassium ion, it's having key role in the stomatal movement, opening and closing of the stomata. Responsible ion is potassium. It is required for cation anion balance, regulation, you can say osmotic pressure or osmotic potential balance. Next, copper. Copper, it is toxic in higher concentration. Oxidation reduction processes as part of the enzyme. It is a part of cytochrome, which is cytochromes, which is there in respiratory reaction, like in ETS. Vitamin C, ascorbic acid formation, for that copper is required. Then zinc, specific role. Zinc has specific role in synthesis of auxin hormone in the cell. One of the most important plant growth regulator. An activator of the carbonic hydrolase, alcohol dehydrogenase, and peptidase. So for enzyme action, it can be inducer for the enzyme actions. In the seed formation, zinc is required. Then chlorine, again for the anion-cation balance. Chlorine as well as potassium, both are required for anion-cation balance. Then chlorine is essential for photolysis of water. What is the meaning of photolysis of water? If you know the answer, come on, I want your answer in form of quick comments. Quickly answer, what is the meaning of photolysis of water? It is the reaction, first step of which reaction? Quick comments, please. Photolysis of water. Yes, photolysis of water, that means water, it is split into oxygen and H plus ion during first step of photosynthesis. So at that time, this water, it is split into oxygen and H plus ion. So this splitting of water, you can say it is because of the trapping of the photons. Photons are trapped here in form of energy. Light energy is trapped by chlorophyll, and water is split up into the oxygen and hydrogen ion. So this is the main product. One of the byproduct of photosynthesis, that is oxygen, which is derived from water, not from carbon dioxide, by photolysis. This process of water splitting, it is known as photolysis of water. For this, chlorine ion is required. Okay, next, magnesium. So constituent of the chlorophyll, main ring structure of porphyrin ring of the chlorophyll. In that main center part, it is containing magnesium. So maintenance of the ribosome structure also essential for the phosphate transfer reactions. An activator for many enzymes. Again, magnesium is used as an activator for many enzymes. In cell wall formation, also magnesium required. Then iron, absorption in a form of ferric ion. ferrocyan, which is active form. So it is, you can see ferric to ferrous, it is converted in ETS. So iron is very important in ferredoxin and cytochromes like structure, which are involved in ETS for transfer of electrons from one electron acceptor to another. So essential role in chlorophyll synthesis also. For chlorophyll, magnesium is important. For chlorophyll, iron is important. Okay. Then manganese. Manganese again, it's activator of enzymes, certain enzymes, and essential for O2 evolution by photolysis. See, again, I'm reminding you, for photolysis, chlorine was used. It is also essential, and manganese is also essential. And chlorophyll making, for the chlorophyll and indole acetic acid, that is oxygen formation. Then boron. So it is only micronutrient which is not associated with the enzymes. Enzymes, it is no way associated with the enzymes. Key role in sugar translocation, it is must for the cell division, flowering and fruiting, and active salt absorption, nodule formation in the legumes. Essential in pollen tube formation also. Then lethal effect at the carbohydrate metabolic site. It shows certain lethal effect at the carbohydrate metabolic site. So these are some key roles or roles of the some micro as well as macronutrients. Now, there are certain concentration. I mean, there is particular concentration beyond which, I mean, below which, if certain elements are present, in that condition, below that condition, plant it is said to be deficient to that particular element. Why it is said to be deficient? Because below this concentration, the growth of the plant is retarded. Growth of plant is retarded below this concentration. So this concentration is known as critical concentration of that particular element. Critical concentration can be varied. So you can say it retard below this critical concentration, growth of the plant is retarded. So in that condition, you can observe the deficiency symptoms. But there are few elements which are remobilized in case of plants. Remobilize, that means from the sense part to the growing part. Certain part of the plants, for example, few leaves, they are becoming dry, yellowing of the leaves, and they'll be fall off next day. So before they fall off from the tree, first they will, their components, their elements, they are remobilized to the growing part of the plant. But some of the elements which are never remobilized, they are immobile. See, if plant is deficient to this remobilized elements, then this deficiency symptoms you can first observe. You can first observe the symptoms in older parts. You, you can first observe these symptoms of remobilized elements in older parts of the plant. But if they are deficient to immobile, then first you can observe these symptoms first in younger parts of the plant. This is about deficiency symptoms. Deficiency symptoms below critical level, below critical concentration. If any element is there, then plant is deficient to that particular element. Okay, now certain type of micronutrients. Micronutrients, they should be provided in very low quantity. But if they are provided from the moderate to higher concentration, then they can be toxic for the growth of that particular plant. So how you can check whether it is toxic or not? So these microorganisms, these micronutrients, presence of micronutrients in exceed concentration or moderate concentration, it can reduce the dry weight of the plant by 10%. It can reduce the dry weight or growth of the plant by 10%. presence of that particular element can cause reduction in the dry weight by 10%, then that particular element is said to be toxic. Then it is said to be toxic. So, for example, there is one example given in your NCERT, that is manganese toxicity. Manganese toxicity. Manganese toxicity induces the deficiency of the iron, magnesium and calcium. See what happens if you exceed concentration of manganese up to certain extent. In that condition, that concentration of manganese will be toxic for the plant. In that toxic condition, plant can't absorb enough amount of iron, magnesium and calcium. So plant will be showing deficiency symptoms of iron, magnesium and calcium together with the manganese toxicity. So you can correlate here these symptoms you can observe. These are symptoms of the deficiency of iron, magnesium and calcium, which may be because of the manganese toxicity. So these symptoms could be brown spots surrounded by the chlorotic vein. When you observe these type of symptoms, they may be deficiency symptoms of these three, but it may be because of manganese toxicity. Guys, if you have any doubt, any one of you having any doubt, you can ask me, you can post in chat, you can contact in chat. If you are watching this video afterwards also, then also in comment section you can ask your doubts. I'll be answering all your doubts. Next part of this chapter, it is nitrogen metabolism. Nitrogen metabolism. Metabolism of nitrogen. So here first point, it is nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle. How nitrogen is cycled in atmosphere. So it is one of that particular element which is present in 78% quantity in atmosphere. But we can't use this, or any of the plant, any of the animals, they can't use this nitrogen directly from atmosphere. We can't breathe nitrogen. We can't use atmospheric nitrogen in free form. Okay, so it needs to be fixed in certain forms. So this atmospheric nitrogen, it is fixed in form of ammonia, nitrate or nitrite. So it is fixed in form of ammonia by biological nitrogen fixation and by industrial nitrogen fixation. And even by the electrical nitrogen fixation, it is fixed in form of nitrate. Electrical, that means lightning process. Lightning, because of the lightning, thunder and lightning process, this atmospheric nitrogen is converted into nitrate and it is fixed into the soil. In form of ammonia also, it is fixed by certain type of microorganisms, certain type of bacteria. Some of them are free living nitrogen fixers, some of them are symbiotic nitrogen fixers. So this is how they can stay within the legumes, I mean within the root nodule of the leguminous plants, and they stay in the symbiotic relationship and they can fix the nitrogen. So this is known as biological nitrogen fixation. Certain type of nostoc, cannabina, they are cyanobacteria which can fix direct, or they are free living nitrogen fixers. There are some aerobic organism, aerobic bacteria also there which can fix nitrogen. Fixed, that means this atmospheric nitrogen, it is converted to ammonia and then it is fixed here. So this is present in the soil. This will be present in soil. So now plant can absorb this, or plant can absorb this nitrogen in form of mainly in form of nitrate. So plant will uptake this nitrate and it will get incorporated into the plant body. Then In the next food chain level, plant. So at the next food chain level, plant. Sorry for the disturbance. Plant will be consumed by this animals. This plant will be consumed by animals, and then animals and plant both biomasses, their dead bodies, they are decaying process. They are decayed by certain type of microorganisms or certain type of bacteria, and they'll release ammonia from this biomass. From decaying biomass, they will release from this decaying biomass, they will release ammonia. This is the process which is known as ammonification. This process is known as ammonification. Okay, now again it will convert into ammonia. Then ammonia is converted back to the nitrogen or nitrate. That is called nitrification. That is called nitrification. So then nitrate, it is converted to atmospheric nitrogen by denitrification by certain type of denitrifiers. Nitrification, it is converted, from ammonia to nitrate, it is done by, yes, hello, Lexis. If you have any doubt, post your doubt. So this nitrate, ammonia is converted to nitrate by nitrification by chemoautotrophs. Certain type of chemosynthetic autotrophs. So they will use these as their source of energy and they can synthesize their food. So they are known as chemical or chemoautotrophs. So they'll convert this ammonia to nitrate. That is the process known as nitrification. Organisms, name of these organisms are Nitrosomonas, Nitrosococcus. They can convert this to nitrate. Finally, nitrate is converted to atmospheric nitrogen by denitrification. So, how many reactions are involved here? Nitrogen fixation, then nitrification, then ammonification, then denitrification. 4 different type of reactions are involved here. Next point of this chapter, that is biological nitrogen fixation. So as we have discussed, that means biological nitrogen fixation, it means reduction of atmospheric nitrogen. This atmospheric nitrogen, it is reduced by nitrogenase enzyme into ammonia. So there are certain type of free-living nitrogen fixers like Azotobacter, Bacillus, Begerincia, Nostoc, and Anabina. And there are some symbiotic nitrogen fixers also like Rhizobium and Frankia. So Frankia, it is symbiotic to non-leguminous plant. Non-legumes plant, they can form nodule in non-legumes roots of the non-leguminous plant. In leguminous plant, there will be one component which is known as leg hemoglobin. Leguminous hemoglobin, which is pigment which is the main pigment which can protect the nitrogenous enzyme. Actually, what happens here? Rhizobium, it is free living. When it is free living in soil, it acts as an aerobic organism. But when it is there in the symbiotic relationship, at that time this nitrogenase enzyme, it needs anaerobic condition for the for conversion of this nitrogen to ammonia. So for this it is anaerobic. This anaerobic condition is provided with the help of leg hemoglobin. So they can form a nodule and that nodule will be pinkish because of this pigment leg hemoglobin. Okay. So in this condition, there will be conversion of atmospheric nitrogen to the ammonia by this is the reaction of that reduction of atmospheric nitrogen by nitrogenase enzyme. Then this ammonia formed is used to make, see, ammonia. It is ammonia which is formed. This ammonia, it is converted to NH4 ion, and it will react with the alpha ketoglutarate to form this glutamic acid. So glutamic acid, it is one of the amino acid. So this amino acid, this is how it gets incorporated in form of protein. So this is called assimilation of ammonia. So how it gets assimilated into the plant body? So first it will form a glutamic acid. Then this glutamic acid, it is by transaminase enzyme, it can transfer it amino group to certain type of keto acids, and it can convert this keto acid into amino acids. So this is how amino acid to form amino acid, for the synthesis of amino acid, this ammonia is assimilated. Okay, or sometimes nitrate, it is further reduced. Nitrate, it is reduced. Nitrate is reduced to the ammonia, and this is how also it is converted into ammonia, and finally ammonia, it is incorporated in these forms by this glutamic acid formation and then transamination process. One second, guys. So admissions are open right now. Admissions are open right now. Sorry for inconvenience in between. Admissions are open right now at Spark Academy. We have two branches, one at Narayangura, one at Mehdipatnam. So you can join any of the branch, whatever is whatever is convenient to you. Hostel plus focus study hours are there. Classroom coaching is provided. Offline classes are conducted. Long-term coaching for long-term timing is 10 to 4, and regular coaching timing is 6 to 9 p.m. So you can contact on the number scroll down on your screen. This is the link for which is given in the description box also for the Spark store. You can purchase any of the courses, mock tests, study materials, full length tests from that Spark store. So any of these things, this link is given in the description box. So admissions are open for online coaching also, for NEET online coaching, for JEE mains online coaching, for MCET online coaching. So we are providing online coaching, and you don't worry about the online coaching also. We and our teachers, we try our best to provide a proper guidance or proper coaching, proper teaching methods we are using, so that in online also your doubts or your purpose is satisfied. So on daily basis, we take live classes, and these live classes are they'll be stored in your app in recorded form. So if you are unavailable at that time, you can check the video afterwards also. Even I am taking live class for a NEET, for long term, for short term, for all the batches. So it will be stored in your app, so you can check all the videos afterwards also. So on demand, we can arrange the doubt clarification sessions also. Every Friday, we will be having doubt clarification sessions. So you can solve all your doubts during that session. Even during the class also, you can ask your doubts. One second, guys. During the class also, you can ask your doubts. So this is how on daily basis we are giving assignments and we check that assignments assignments are given, tests are given, and whether you have attempted the test, how many, what is your score, that we are getting idea. So these are test details that we get idea from that. So this is our methodology, basic concept. Normally we explain in first 5 days basic concepts. During that basic concept explanation, we use some shortcut methods also. All model question papers or questions or exercise questions, PYQs are solved during the class. Chapter-wise tests are taken, weekend tests are taken, and grand test. We also plan for grand test for you. If we completed one unit, then we can plan a grand test of that unit. So test analysis has been taken regularly. So these are few questions which these are some exercise questions here. So you can send your answers in comment section in chat box. So I want my chat box to flood with the answers. So write your answer with the question number. If you are unable to answer in 1 minute, then I'll be answering for these questions and I'll be giving few homework questions also. So first question. First question, hydroponic is a technique in which plants are grown in which condition? In greenhouse condition, water saturated sand, balanced nutrient solution, or purified distilled water. In hydroponic condition, plants are grown in which condition? If your answer is 1A, B, C, D, you need to answer 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D like that in your chat box. Second question, after completion of the second question, I'll answer for the first one. So meanwhile, I want you to answer. Second question, the plant ash is an indication of mineral salt absorbed by the plants. Mineral salt absorbed by the plants. A. B. Organic matter of plant. C. Both the mineral salt and organic matter. D. None of above. Second question, I have completed second question. Now I am answering for the first one. Hydroponic, it is the technique in which plant it is grown in balanced nutrient solution. Balanced nutrient solution. So answer is 1C. Then for second question, answer is plant ash. It is mineral salt absorbed by the plant. Actually, ash is nothing but mineral salt absorbed by the plant. Third question, where does the most nutrient uptake occurs in the root? Most nutrient uptake occurs in the root where? At the root tip, where root tissue first encounters the soil away from the zone of the nutrient depletion. B. At the Casparian strips, where iron must enter the symplast prior to the entering to the xylem cells. C. In symplastic and apoplastic pathway. D. In root hair and in zone of maturation. In root hair or in zone of maturation. Yes, correct. Third answer is 3D. Then fourth, it is possible to determine whether an element is essential by observing growth of a plant. Whether you can determine the element is essential by observing growth of the plant in which condition? On soil in which the particular element is removed, on soil in which particular element is present, on an inert medium to which solution of only the particular element is added, or an inert medium to which nutrient solution excluding the particular element is added. What is your correct answer here? 4D. Next. Next question, it is answer for the next question or fourth question. It is 4D. Yes, inert medium to which nutrient solution excluding that particular element it is added. Fifth question, terrestrial plants obtain all of the following nutrients from the soil except terrestrial plants obtain all of the following nutrients for the soil except what? All the nutrients it will be provided by the soil except which nutrient? Come on, answer. Next, which of the group of element is not essential for normal plant? For fifth, yes, correct answer is carbon. Carbon it is provided in form of carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide it is assimilated in form of glucose. So from soil it is not provided. Which of the group is not essential for the normal growth? So non-essential elements. For normal growth, they are not essential. So correct answer is 6C, lead, iodine and sodium. For chlorophyll formation, a plant needs which of these elements? Of which of these things? For chlorophyll formation, what plant need? Correct answer is iron, magnesium and light. Next question, the group of mineral nutrients known as framework elements are framework elements, that means they are major components or macronutrients, you can say. They are carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Correct option is 8B. Which element essential for the stability of the chromosome structure? For chromosome structure, which of these is necessary? Molybdenum, correct. Then next question, soil can easily become deficient in dash because these ions are negatively charged and do not stick to the negatively charged clay particle. I have disclosed this answer during the lecture. So correct answer is nitrate, which is negatively charged, and O3 minus negatively charged, so it cannot, because of that it is not stick to the clay particle which are negatively charged. So these are few questions which we have discussed. You can also join Spark Academy in Telegram link, or you can follow us on Telegram so that you can get all the updates. Sometimes free materials also we are sharing in Telegram. So you can follow this Telegram link also. These are our results of EAMCET. Steadily, consistently increasing graph. Spark Academy result of NEET 2021. So these are results. Highest score we got in 2021. 19 students from Spark, they got admission in MBBS, BDS and BA HMS. So 97% 2021 result is 97% and highest score is 608 of NEET. So these are few homework questions. So quickly note down this homework questions. I am dictating those questions. Meanwhile, you can answer in the comment section, or else you can answer after the class in comment section. So the deficiency of the macronutrients not only affects the growth of plants but also vital functions such as the photosynthetic and mitochondrial electrons flow. And among this list given below, which group of three elements shall affect the most both photosynthetic and mitochondrial electron transport? You need to answer 1A, B, C, D, whatever is your answer. 1A, 1B, 1C, 1D, like that. So that I can get idea that for which question you are answering. afterwards. Second question, which one of the following element is not an essential micronutrient for plant growth? Not essential. Third question, manganese is required in for which? Plant cell wall formation, photolysis of water during the photosynthesis, chlorophyll synthesis, nucleic acid synthesis. Fourth, which one of the following pair is wrongly matched? Alcohol nitrogenase, fruit juice pectinase, textile amylase, detergent lipase. Which is wrong among these four? One of the free living anaerobic nitrogen fixer is what? Free living nitrogen fixer. Bergerincia, Rhodospirillum, Rhizobium, and Acetobacter. Noted all the questions, guys. Very good. I'm waiting for your answers in comment section. And for more update, and you can subscribe our channel. If you like the video, please share and don't forget to press the bell icon. Like, share and subscribe this channel. If you like the video, share it to your friends so that all of you get all the benefits. Thank you so much, and don't forget to like, share and comment in the comment section. Thank you so much everyone.